All right, you've made it to video 5, and today is such a fun topic. We are going to talk about rocking social media, how to make Facebook and Instagram your biatch. So the biggest thing with social media is you need to have something that is going to make people stop scrolling. And for me, that means clear photos, and that means bright photos. And a few tips about that. How I get my photos so bright and clear. Not only do I always make sure that my lens on my camera is clean, I just wipe my shirt on it. I stand in front of a natural light source. So I always stand in front of a window and take a picture. Because dark, grainy, orangey, that doesn't make people stop. It doesn't. So getting something bright and colorful, sometimes even if you're doing a workout early in the morning or late at night and it's dark, turn the TV on and go to the guide or go somewhere where you have a bright white light and that you can take a photo in front of. Lighting is everything in photos and social media, and it's fun to play around with too. The next thing is the content that you post has to be real and raw. Sometimes we're light and fluffy and airy, and that's good. But making sure that every now and then you get real with your audience, and maybe you go live and talk about a big, deep fear that you have about your journey, or you talk about how you messed up and how you're feeling low, but you want people to relate and to inspire them, but you need to get real and raw sometimes because fluffy only goes so far. People want to follow accounts that are inspiring and honest and true, and really represent women, because a lot of accounts don't. They represent perfection, and that's not real life. So if you can personify a day in the life of a real woman with real struggles, that is incredible. The next little phrase that I want to share with you is something that I always think of is you want images that stop and content that inspires. And we want a photo that initially will be like, oh, people will stop because it's colorful and bright and fun, and it's just going to stop someone's scroll through all the white noise on social media. And then the content, when they read it, is what's going to draw them in, and they're going to learn about your journey and your story. That's going to attract them to you. So you want content that connects you with your audience. And I can't tell you what that content is because we're all on our own journey, but doing personal development will help you find that. Apps that I use. I love to use Moldiv, is an app for creating collages. Afterlight is what I use for editing my photos and to brighten the saturation and increase contrast and to increase shadows. Play around with that. Afterlight is great. WordSwag is a really good app as well if you want to put words on an image. I use the BB Links app, which we talked about before, to generate links for my customers. And then Video Shop is what I use to stitch together a little workout video to show people the moves and to show people a real woman doing workouts that really jiggles and moves, but I'm moving, and that's what's important. So I love making workout videos just to show people that it's okay to modify. It's okay to do things a little differently, and it's okay to do it in a cramped space. It shows people a lot of different things on a video, so I highly recommend that. Make sure you're rotating between the content that you share, because oftentimes people get stuck in this like sweaty selfie, flexi Friday, oh my gosh, okay, she's annoying, la la la. So rotate between your content. So maybe you're gonna have 5 topics, okay? Maybe one is your fitness journey. Maybe you're doing a test group for a program. Let's say it's Shift Shop. And then maybe your next topic is gonna be meal prepping for someone that's a picky eater. Maybe you're a picky eater. Your other 3 things should not be fitness related. Go with your hobbies and your passions and your interests outside of Beachbody. Maybe that's horses, maybe it's farming, maybe it is gardening, whatever it is, find 3 things that you can post about. So when you're stuck and in a rut, you go down the list and say, okay, what have I posted today? Oh, I've done this and this. Maybe I should post about this. I haven't shared that in a while. And it's going to change and update all the time. But if you write down 5 things that you are about, if someone is writing a story about you and you said, okay, I need 5 major topics, what are they going to be about? Well, I love cooking. Okay, great. Let's talk about how you're a little chef at home. Awesome. Okay, what's another thing? I'm kind of addicted to online shopping. Okay, cool. Well, why don't we share some of your favorite websites that you love shopping on? Or maybe you share deals, or maybe when you get a package in the mail, you open it up and try it on live, and you become this almost reality star that people want to tune into, because you're more than Beachbody. You're more than Shakeology. You are more than a workout program. you're you, and that's exciting, and that's your brand. So rotate between the content that you share. The other thing is in Instagram, there's a few points here that I want to make sure that I touch on. But the first one is in your bio. You can always write a little bit of a bio. I want to make sure that you let people know that you're a wellness coach. Whether you call it a Beachbody coach, fitness coach, wellness coach, it doesn't matter. But people need to know that you're offering a service in the wellness realm, okay? So share about that. Feel free to go to my account or other coaches in the industry and just see what they're posting and get creative and get inspired and make your own. But you'll also notice that that bio is spaced out really nicely. And that is something that actually I Googled. I Googled spacing for Instagram bio. And it was something I just copied so that it looked all nice and aligned like that. Otherwise, it's just a jumble of words, right? So that's a little assignment for you to go do that. Update your Instagram profile so that the spacing looks really nice. Add emojis, whatever. And then I also, in my Instagram account, have a spot where people can click on a link. And that is my Woofu form link. So what a Woofu form is, it's a free service that you can go to their website and create questionnaires. So you can gather information from potential customers. So I'll often have a thing above that'll say, to join my challenge group, click the link below. And then people will fill out their information. So it'll have their name, where they're from, what their goals are, what are some fears that they have, how is nutrition for them, do they struggle with that, what workouts do they love to do. I get that information, they give me, it adds their email in there, and then it sends that information to me so they don't have to make contact with me. And then I get this, I'm like, oh, perfect. I'll reach out to them and say, hey, I just got your application. I'd love to sit down and chat about your goals. So that's something I'd really like for all of you to do, is create a Woofu form, because it will bring up clients that you never knew were out there watching your Instagram. So that's important. So it's WUFOO.com, and that's free, so it's lovely. And then the color schemes and filters. Sometimes people will stick with maybe pinks or blues or whatever the case is. Some people have a theme on social media, and if you don't, that's okay. I'm not sure that I do. I typically use the same filters over and over, and I've gotten away from really filtering my photos. Basically, all that I'll do now is just increase the saturation of my photos just to make them a little brighter and more colorful. But you do whatever you feel is right, and it's going to change. It's going to evolve. Maybe you love doing black and white photos. Maybe you like having really soft, muted, neutral photos, or a lot of nature and leaves and, you know, that sort of thing. So you do what feels right to you and play around with it. That's the only way you're going to find your brand. But what you need to know is that you are your brand. Your story is your brand, more so than a font and a color scheme. By sharing your passions and your interests and your family life and your hobbies, that is what is going to build that brand for you and what's going to attract your tribe to you. And then my last tip is on Facebook. I want to make sure that your cover photo is updated. A nice, lovely, smiling picture of you. And I always tell people I'd love it if it was just you, but if you want it to be maybe you and your husband or you and your kids, that's okay too, but not you in a group photo with other friends. We want people to know who you are. A nice, bright, colorful photo will do. And then for your cover photo, you can go one of two ways. Sometimes I'll make a cover photo that says like, wellness coach, good vibe guru, like a description of who I am as a coach. And just recently I changed mine to just a photo of me, a long photo that fits really good in the parameters of a cover photo on Facebook. So do what works for you, but make sure it's updated. And then you can also add a description in there too, sharing your story. So if people are creeping on you, they can click on it and they say, oh wow, her story is really resonating with me. I'm glad that that was here, because they didn't have to ask you for that. They didn't have to get out of their comfort zone. You offered that information to them. So feel free to click on my cover photo to see the description that I've created, and then you can follow suit and get inspired from that. So your assignment today is to take a photo of your, or like a snapshot of your Instagram profile. And I want to see that you've updated your bio in there. And I also want you to take a screenshot of your Facebook profile that you've updated, that you're a Beachbody coach, that you've got a new profile picture, and that your cover photo is updated, and send that to your personally sponsored coach to show, hey, I'm open for business. People are going to know this is what I do. There is no gray area here. They'll know that I'm in the wellness industry to some degree. And you know what? I don't always plaster that I'm like a Beachbody coach on my cover photo. Sometimes I'll say wellness coach or a mentor, or whatever you want to say. But I certainly have Beachbody coach in the list of occupations over there. But that's your assignment today. Take those screenshots and send them to your personally sponsored coach and then move on to the next day. Perfect. Take care.